Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to the Sunday edition of your Cricket Happening show with your host Ram. Well, dear friends subscribers, we are going to talk about the fourth one-day international which took place between Sri Lanka and England at Colombo. And Sri Lanka, well, this was a match which was stretched to the last over, and then Mathews, who kept up a very cool head, got their team to victory with 4 balls to spare in the fourth one-day international between Sri Lanka and England, where Sri Lanka won the match by 6 wickets. Kumar Sangakarra contributed a very neat 80 runs knock, well, it was a match which was tight, I would say, even till the end. But finally, it was Sri Lanka that prevailed, and Sri Lanka once again, they already were in the lead, but once again Sri Lanka have managed to hit England, and they are leading the 7-match one-day series now at 3-1. Well, so that match I'll be talking about, and then tomorrow we are going to see the start of the one-day international series. Again, I repeat, it's going to be a 7-match one-day international series between New Zealand and Pakistan, and tomorrow is going to be the first one-day international match between Pakistan and New Zealand at the Dubai cricket ground. But right now, yes, we are getting on to the Sri Lanka match. But before I really commence my cricket show talking about these matches, let me share some cricket news from you. And this cricket news is something which is not going to be very happy news for Pakistan, especially considering that the World Cup 2015 is around the corner. Mohammad Hafiz, the right-arm off-spinner from Pakistan, has been suspended from bowling because his action has been deemed illegal. It is more than 15 degrees as far as the bend is concerned, so he has been declared that he has to really wait. So that essentially means that Mohammad Hafiz might not be able to bowl in World Cup 2015, which is not good news at all, because Mohammad Hafiz, I think, is one of those players. We all know that his main contribution is as a batsman for Pakistan, but as far as his right-arm off-spin is concerned, I thought that is something which has always paid dividends. We have seen Misbah-ul Haq do it time and again by giving the cherry to Mohammad Hafiz whenever he sees that left-handers are there at the crease. Now that is something that Pakistan will be missing, and he has also provided some breakthroughs at times. So I think it's a blow for them that Mohammad Hafiz right-arm off-spin won't be a part probably of the World Cup. But one has to wait and see. But well, so that is some news that I wanted to talk about, let me just start off my cricket show then with talking about this fourth one-day international which happened at the Premadasa Stadium here in Colombo. England were the ones who won the toss, and they decided to bat first. As I said, Morgan was the captain for England today, and England, they didn't. The start was not good for them, as Alex Sales was the first to go, as Damika Prasad, a ball which was actually swinging away from him, Alex Sales ended up in the hands of Jayawardene in the slips region, and he was gone for a duck of the very first ball that he faced. In fact, the first over was faced by Moeen Ali, 5 runs were taken off it, and then Alex Sales in the second over, facing the first ball in this fourth one-day international here in Colombo, was a victim of the bowling of Damika Prasad for a duck. So that was the first wicket. After that, Moeen Ali, he played in his own way. He contributed 19 of 20 balls with 3 fours, and then Moeen Ali, we have seen that this has happened in the past too. Is it a matter of the bowler having really judged and already tested Moeen Ali? It was Tilakaratne Dilshan who once again dragged Moeen Ali out of the crease, and Sangakarra behind the stumps took the catch. So he was gone for 19 of 20 balls, 3 fours. After that, from 29 for 2, there was a very good partnership. In fact, the partnership was it yielded 93 valuable runs. The partnership was between Joe Root and James Taylor. Now, James Taylor, as you know, was playing today because Alistair Cook, the normal captain, was not playing because of the slow over rate, and he was penalized. As you would know, he was suspended for 1 match. James Taylor, definitely I want us to say that he took this opportunity with both hands, as he really played well. Initially, he knew that he was making a comeback into this England team, in the sense he was coming to this England team, and this is the first major opposition that James Taylor is playing in his entire international career, because the last time he played, he was playing against Ireland. So James Taylor and Joe Root went on stitching together a partnership in a very cautious manner. James Taylor took his time at the crease, but then once he really got going, we saw some beautiful shots being hit by James Taylor, and one of the shots was a real beauty. The ball was as a full-length ball on the off stump, and James Taylor really moving his feet kept it, and he really swung it over the mid-wicket fence for a six. He also deposited a beautiful six. I thought it was a Tilkatne Dilshan. It was Jivanta Mendes, I suppose. He actually deposited him over long on for a six. Tessa Pereira was it on over long on for a six. And James Taylor was looking pretty good with his stroke making, as he was accelerating along with Joe Root. Joe Root's contribution was 36, but this partnership had really taken England away from a very tough situation of 29 for 2 in 7.2 overs, and the score stood at 122. And that was the time this partnership was broken, as Rangana Herath got a delivery onto Joe Root, and Joe Root missed it, and it hit the stumps, and Joe Root was gone, bowled by Herath. Now, this is something Joe Root always does. He actually he tries to cut the spinner very close to the stumps, and that's what precisely Joe Root did. He tried to give himself room, trying to cut Herath through the probably the point region, but he ended up not getting to the ball, and the ball winning the battle there and going on to knock the stumps. So he was gone for 36, clean bowled by Herath, of 49 deliveries with 1 4 and 1 6, which made the score 122 for 3 at the halfway mark in 25.3 overs. Ravi Bopara came in to join James Taylor, and Ravi Bopara, he contributed 22 of 31 balls. Didn't look pretty impressive in his stay at the crease, but then this was something which no cricketer or no batsman would like to get. The ball suddenly kept very low. I thought it was not Ravi Bopara's fault. It was a real scooter, a ball that really scooted on Ravi Bopara, as Bopara was clean bowled by Dilshan for 22 with no boundaries. He made 22 of 31 balls, no fours, no sixes, and Ravi Bopara was gone. The score at 173 for 5. And there was once this partnership between Joe Root and James Taylor had really done a lot of hard work. Suddenly we saw some wickets going pretty quickly. So once Bopara was gone, Josh Buttler could make only 15 of 22 balls with 1 6. He was a victim of the bowling of Herath. Ben Stokes also couldn't contribute. He was gone for 6. And Taylor himself was dismissed by Ajanta Mendes. But unfortunately, James Taylor, he couldn't get onto his century. Truly deserved a century there. He was playing well. But James Taylor was knocked out as he was gone. Caught Pereira bowled Mendes for 90 of 109 balls with 6 fours and 2 sixes. And as I said, there was a real clatter of wickets for England, and there was only one person who stood amongst it, and he stood in a very strong manner, and that was Eoin Morgan, the new captain of this England team today. And what a knock! I mean, as I said yesterday in my preview, it has been probably a long time, probably the last time that one saw Morgan actually go on and hit a 50 was I thought was way back in January, and today he had to wait almost probably a year to get back to his 50, but this knock was a very good knock from Morgan. He hit some very good sixes. He also hit some nice boundaries. It would also do lots to his confidence going forward, and Morgan really played a very good knock there. After James Taylor, Morgan was the next highest scorer, contributing 62 runs of 47 deliveries with 4 fours and 3 sixes. And as I said, wickets really started tumbling after that. From 122 for 3, they lost some pretty quick wickets. And probably one could have thought that the score could have gone in excess of 300, but that was all shattered as the Sri Lankan bowlers kept on taking wickets. Ben Stokes was out for 6 of as many balls with 1 4. Wokes was bowled by Herath for 6 of 9 deliveries, and Jordan was sent back by Mendes for 1, and Stephen Finn was not on 1, and 265 all out was the final tally as far as England were concerned. So Angelo Mathews bowling 6 overs to 21, bowled very economically. One was probably wondering that why Angelo Mathews, the captain of Sri Lanka, didn't go the whole hog and bowl the full quota. 6 overs, 1 minute, 1 for 29. Damika Prasad also did his job pretty well. I thought Dilshan definitely was a bit costly, but he also picked up some important wickets, snapping up 3 wickets for 64 runs. Tisra Pereira, 2 overs, none for 19, was costly. Rangana had it bowled his spell in a very, very economical fashion by getting 3 wickets for 36 of his 10. Javanta Mendes, 7 overs, 1 minute, 1 for 39, and Ajanta Mendes, 9 overs, no maiden, 56 runs on 3 wickets. Now Sri Lanka chasing 265. Probably I thought England had put up a real competitive score. They were really, they couldn't really get onto the 300 mark. So I thought that was a bit of a, probably they could have done that, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And for Sri Lanka, 265 was the target that was set. Well, the start once again for Sri Lanka was not good. They lost Dilshan early in the piece today, as Chris Woakes was the one who picked up his wicket, getting him caught by Morgan of Woakes for 16 of 21 balls with 3 fours, which made the score 28 for 1. And then Kushal Pereira, at least even though we didn't see Kushal Pereira really trying to hit the leather of the ball today, he had to really work for the runs. He did that, but then once he contributed 31 of 41 balls with 3 fours, he was a goner, as he was caught by Jordan at the bowling of Moeen Ali for 31, which made the score 69 for 2 in the 15th over. Mahela Jayawardene came in and Kumar Sangakarra at the crease. Now both of them chiseled together a partnership. They chiseled together like how the Englishman Joe Root and James Taylor did it. It was a similar situation, but the only difference being those were the youngsters and these were the veterans. Sangakarra and Jayawardene really chiseled together a partnership in fine fashion to add 96 runs for the 3rd wicket, which was very important under the circumstances, and that was what really set Sri Lanka about for this target of 265 to actually chase. Sangakarra played some marvelous strokes. Jayawardene, well, he also did his bit, and both of them, when they had actually taken the score on to 165, that was the time Mahela Jayawardene fell, as Chris Jordan, who was probably to me the best bowler from England, because he bowled splendidly, I thought, and he actually had Mahela Jayawardene clean bowled for 44 with 4 boundaries. So he was gone. So that made the score 165 for 3 in the 32nd over, and then the score started. Angelo Mathews came in and settled down with Sangakarra, and once again there was another small little partnership, one could say, because it added 49 runs, and it was done in a very, I mean, they knew that this match was within their grasp. It's a matter of just staying there. Angelo Mathews did that to a nicety, along with Kumar Sangakarra, and then Kumar Sangakarra, probably one would have thought that Kumar Sangakarra and Angelo Mathews would be the ones that would have probably taken them to victory, but Kumar Sangakarra fell, as Jordan actually tempted Kumar Sangakarra into a big stroke, as he fell caught by Woakes in the deep after making 86 of 105 deliveries with 7 fours. Angelo Mathews was looking pretty good. He was playing in a very cool fashion. Laido Thirumanni joined him, and Angelo Mathews, Laido Thirumanni ensured that Sri Lanka wouldn't be losing any wickets, as he stayed there along with Angelo Mathews to nurse Sri Lanka to a victory there by 6 wickets. Thirumanni finishing not out on 19 of 21 deliveries with 2 fours, and Angelo Mathews' contribution, he was the one who actually brought up the winning hit when he actually creamed Stephen Finn through the offside for a boundary, and Angelo Mathews with that boundary ended up with a 50. He was not out on 51 of 60 deliveries with 5 fours, and that was over. The match over, Sri Lanka winning the match by 6 wickets, and they completed. But one thing one has to say, that this match really got stretched on. It was some good bowling from the Englishmen, especially, as I said, it was Chris Jordan was bowling pretty well, and that really stretched the Sri Lankans to the limit. And finally, when the victory came, there were only 4 balls to spare. Nevertheless, Sri Lanka go 3-1 in this 7-match one-day international series against England. Now let's have a look at the bowling. Stephen Finn 9.4 overs, 1 maiden, none for 61, proved really costly. Chris Wokes, 9 overs, 1 for 53, also couldn't impress much. Moeen Ali, 10 overs, 1 for 44. Chris Jordan, as I said, was the pick of the bowlers as far as England were concerned. Really bowled a very, very good line. 10 overs, no maiden, 235 for Chris Jordan. Joe Root, 6 overs, cost him 29 runs. Ravi Bopara bowling 3 overs for 16. And Ben Stokes, 2 overs, were very costly. In fact, Ben Stokes had a poor match here, failing with the bat, failing with the ball. 2 overs, no maiden, none for 21. Kumar Sangakarra of Sri Lanka went on to take the Man of the Match award. Well, from here, the Sri Lanka-England one-day series, once again, it will be the 5th one-day international that would be coming up. So England, once again, would be under pressure to get a win and see to it that they make this one-day series pretty exciting. Well, let's now head off to Dubai, where the first match of the 7-match one-day international series is about to begin. That is not going to be, it would be starting tomorrow. So with this time which is remaining on this Cricket Happening show, I'm just going to only do a brief peek at it. But the one-day international series now, T20s, as you know, both the teams, even Stevens finishing at 1-1. One-day international series, a different kettle of fish, and one-day series is something every team, every full member opposition or the associate nation, whichever is actually participating in the World Cup 2015, would be viewing it with a lot of keenness because it's something, it's a real test going on over there as far as the World Cup 2015 is concerned. So 7-match one-day international series kicks off tomorrow in Dubai between Pakistan and New Zealand. And looking at the, as I said, I'm not going to do any preview, just generally I will do a preview. Well, Pakistan are looking good, but let me tell you, Ahmed Shahzad is back, but Mohammad Hafiz is sort of a real blow. And tomorrow, as you know, as I said, Mohammad Hafiz has been banned, has been suspended from not bowling till his action is deemed illegal. So it is looking, the Mohammad Hafiz, we won't be seeing Mohammad Hafiz actually twirl his arm, so there won't be any off spin from Mohammad Hafiz tomorrow. So Ahmed Shahzad, Mohammad Hafiz, definitely we know he's playing as a batsman. And Sarfaraz Ahmed, what to say about Sarfaraz Ahmed? I mean, he has been a total revelation, according to me, for the Pakistan team. Right from the time he steps into the United Arab Emirates, taking on Australia and then taking on New Zealand. Well, Sarfaraz Ahmed, I would say, has really cemented his spot in this Pakistan team. And that is something that is only going to grow greater and greater, because the range of strokes that Sarfaraz Ahmed has is something absolutely splendid. And then we have Yunus Khan, the experience of Yunus Khan, Misbah-ul Haq, the captain. Yunus Khan is another one who will be playing in this one-day match. It will be very interesting to watch how he goes. Yunus Khan and Misbah-ul Haq, as you know, is such a solid performer, Misbah-ul Haq. Umar Akmal and Yunus Khan is in the form of his life. Umar Akmal, well, he's also looking good. He has made his way back into the Pakistan lineup after missing the test matches, and I thought he's also looking in good nick. Shahid Afridi, yesterday he showed how he still can be a dangerous customer as being the captain of the team. He clubbed 3 sixes to really keep Pakistan in the hunt. Umar Gul is back, so that is good news for Pakistan. Well, he came into the team, he's a T20 specialist. He did his bit yesterday too, and then he would also have the company of Wahab Riaz, who is back now, so that would be interesting to watch. And as you know, Zulfikar Babar has been doing an excellent job in whatever the format of the game, so he's another one who would be really hunting for the New Zealand batsman. And Mohammad Irfan, always a threat because of his height and the bounce that he generates. He's the tallest bowler in world cricket today. So Mohammad Irfan, the man to watch, according to me, as far as Pakistan are concerned, in World Cup 2015, especially because of his enormous height that he has, 7 feet 2 inches. When he comes and bowls, one can understand how difficult it is for a batsman to spot it. But well, that is something. And as far as New Zealand are concerned, Martin Guptill still nurses the injury, so he once again, as you know, he didn't play in the second T20 match, and once again we won't be seeing Martin Guptill in action. So it would be the same pair of Anton Davicic, who did a wonderful all-round beauty in the last T20 match. First he actually got some runs to the bat, coming in as an opener, and then he picked up some very important wickets to really really put Pakistan on the back foot in the second T20 match. Kane Williamson, the captain. Kane Williamson would be leading New Zealand on the one-day international series too, and he has been doing his job, so he would be very happy that Pakistan and New Zealand actually drew the T20 series. So this is going to be something different, but Kane Williamson is absolutely up for the task. Dean Brownlee, again, one-day international is something that he might love, because in T20 he has always been a failure. Ross Taylor brings his enormous experience into the mix here. Tom Latham, who is looking a much improved cricketer as far as this particular series is concerned. Luke Ronchi, as I've always been saying, he is the man who has really come up leaps and bounds now, and he is someone on whom New Zealand can definitely rely. He comes in at number 6, and New Zealand, even though they would have a huge target to chase, Luke Ronchi is one you can definitely trust. And then we have James Neesham, the young all-rounder. Daniel Vettori, his spin is something which would be coming in very handy. It would be good to watch how Daniel Vettori goes against Pakistan, because that would also enable the selectors. The New Zealand have not named the 30 probables yet for the World Cup 2015, but when they name it, probably they will have Daniel Vettori in the eyes, because Daniel Vettori, according to me, I would really love Daniel Vettori to play in World Cup 2015, and if that happens, I think after that probably Daniel Vettori himself could say goodbye to cricket. I definitely want Daniel Vettori to play in the World Cup 2015. And then looking at the bowlers, the bowling resources that New Zealand have, Adam Min has looked good. Matt Henry has been bowling with lots of pace, but they definitely require the pace, the experience of Carl Mills, and they also have the spinners. So tomorrow it will be interesting that what is going to be the combination as far as the bowling is concerned for New Zealand. It will be pretty interesting, but it's going to be played played in Dubai, and well, one is really waiting to watch it. Well, dear fans and subscribers, this on a Sunday, the Cricket Happenings show is about to wind up. Well, as usual, tomorrow Monday, the Cricket Happenings show, your host will be there talking about, hopefully, I have a feeling that I would be there to actually probably give you a match report on the first one-day international of the 7-match one-day international series, which is going to be starting in the Dubai and United Arab Emirates between Pakistan and New Zealand. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really gives me only time to say goodbye to you all on a Sunday on this Cricket Happenings show. Thank you.